What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Killer Keemstar, and I'm here with...
Only use me, blood.
This is the podcast that you listen to while you game.
Bad Kid Show. The Bad Kid Show.
This is episode 49
Damn.
of the BadKidCast. We're available on iTunes. We're available on Android and YouTube.
You are now watching another BadKidCast with Killer Keemstar and Only Use Me Blade.
Pleased to be here.
It's, so the title of this video, or this podcast, if you will, is going to be The Studio.
The Studio.
The Studio.
This is effing amazing, by the way. I really dig this concept, and you are such a dreamer, but you always make things happen, so I'm pumped about this. Tell the people.
So, I've been looking at other podcasts, right? I've been looking at... first of all, I'm a giant fan of Joe Rogan. You know, kind of the way that they format their show is they do commercials, and then they have the music, and then the podcast starts.
Okay.
You know, we pretty much follow the same structure as that. In fact, when we first did it, someone said, "Really? You're copying Joe Rogan?" It's like, no! I'm a giant fan of Joe Rogan. I wish I was Joe Rogan, and he's got a brilliant structure to his show, and we pretty much implemented the same structure. But what I noticed is I started listening to other podcasts, and I noticed that the more professional podcasts, they just sound like radio.
Yeah.
And then I go back and look at ours, and it sounds good. We have a really nice mic here.
It is better. Our quality is better than Skype podcasts that people do.
Yeah. So
Not naming names.
In the gaming world, we are pretty high quality when it comes to what we're recording using this one mic. But the setup, just so you know, is it's a H4n handy recorder. It's like a $300 portable mic, and it's like top notch. And it's one mic, and me and Blade are sitting inches from each other.
We're like old 80s singers, like the whole band sings into one mic or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
We're like Jodeci or some shit like that.
We're having this conversation, talking into the same mic, and I want to step up the Bad Kid production, and I want to step up, our quality overall. And instead of being on YouTube with just, a
blank screen
a
or
blank
a GIF or whatever.
Yeah, instead of being on YouTube with an image and then the Bad Kid podcast in the background, I want to step it up and actually film us recording the Bad Kid podcast. And so I developed an idea that we need a studio.
Okay.
So I started pricing everything out. Now the mics that we need are like $300
A piece.
a piece. And that's not, and then there's like the arm that holds them, that's $100. Then it's the shock filter or some shit, that's another $100. So each mic is over $500 each.
Okay.
So that's like $1,000 right there. Then we need a sound mixer so we can amplify our voice and get the bass and treble perfect, right, before it goes into the digital recorder. That thing's like another $200, $300. And then we need the, what is it called? Foam?
The stuff so you actually make like
White
soundproof.
Boy send me a link to it.
Okay, it's basically stuff that you can put around your walls or whatever that you can kind of make a cocoon, not a cocoon,
It's
but like
soundproof foam.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I want to build a studio. Now, I was planning on doing it downstairs, right? But my daughter has like 3 rooms. So one of the rooms that isn't really being used, we're going to turn that into the toy room. And then
that's news to me. I didn't even know that.
yeah, so that one room up there is
Yeah.
going to turn into the studio. So I am super, super excited about this.
You are so dedicated to the podcast that you are making different living arrangements for your family for this show.
Well, it's not. You got to understand. Mia has like.
Mia,
the,
you got to sleep with mommy. We
Mia-
got to do a show.
Mia has the living room, right?
Yeah.
Like that's her
domain.
room.
Yeah,
That's her room. Like I don't go in the living room. That's hers. Like the TV is always running with Cartoon Network or the Learning Channel or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's got a little iPad in there. She's got her own little bed, couch. She's got everything. That's where her and her friends play with when her friends come over. She's got a toy room that's just loaded with toys, and then she's got her bedroom.
Yeah.
Right? She's got too much.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the toy room into her bedroom.
Okay.
Right? Because she doesn't even sleep in her bedroom. She just like...
Oh, she kind of sleeps
she
out
sleeps
in the
on
living
the couch,
room.
yeah.
Well, you got that bed out there in the living room, too, that she
Yeah.
kind of sleeps on.
Yeah, so... I was talking to my girlfriend about it. I'm like, look, I need a studio. I was thinking about putting it down here in the basement, blah, blah, blah. Long debate. And I was just like, you know what? Like, I worked my butt off for this house.
Yeah.
Right? I love my daughter to death. Buy her everything she needs. Get her whatever she wants, right? But she can't have 3 rooms anymore. I'm taking one of them.
Yeah.
So the one room upstairs, that's the toy room now, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That is getting turned into the studio. And the way I want to have it set up is me and you are sitting here talking, right? Mm-hmm. We have these professional mics with the hangers and stuff, so it's like radio, dude. We got the headphones.
Yeah.
All right? And there would be a camera pointing at us, sitting there at the desk, having our conversations or whatever. But then in the middle between me and you, I want to have another like 19-inch screen for guests on Skype.
Yes.
So the camera will be looking at me, you, and a person on Skype.
That's awesome.
And it will be recording that. And then behind us, I want to put another, my 60-inch TV, right? And out there, when we're surfing the web and we're talking about stuff on the web,
we can pull it up right there.
It'll pull up on that back screen. So the viewer is going to get to see everything that we're doing.
That's awesome.
Now, the one thing is do I want to dish out thousands and thousands of dollars to make this happen? I'm willing to dish out a big chunk of money to make this happen, but I'm looking for a sponsor to come in and, take care of it. I know there's a possibility that we're going to talk to Hopog or something, and... I don't know if there's anybody out there that is rich or a company that would like to sponsor.
Think about the benefit that the sponsor would have from us doing it. This isn't going to just be a regular podcast, just kind of the same way the BadKidCast was when we first started doing the in real life stuff. This is going to be a video podcast, which is what we're known for, and it is going to be something where it's going to be sponsored by whoever is sponsoring.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're not asking for donations. We're asking for someone that we want to work with in order to make this show epic for the viewers. And, if that means that we have to say, hey, welcome to the Bad Kid Show, brought to you by Allstate Insurance or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I think it's a win-win situation. It's good branding, and it'd make for an awesome show.
Yeah, so if anyone's listening out here that has Gouda dollars, hit us up on Twitter. Any company that would like to sponsor this project, it's going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
It's probably going to happen regardless. But it'd be nice to have a sponsor to help out because I don't want this to be half-assed.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do this, I want this to be 100% balls to the wall, amazing. And a lot of people are... they already had some questions because I was talking about it on Twitter. They're like, well, will it still be on... Yeah, it'll still be on iTunes. It'll still be on Android. Nothing...
We're not taking anything away. We're just adding.
Yeah, we're not taking anything away. And the other thing is people were like, well, what about the real-life stuff? Well, that's the greatest thing about it. Sometimes we do a podcast that's an hour and a half long. Sometimes we do a podcast that's 40 minutes long. All right? What I'm thinking is for the podcast that's 40 minutes long or whatever, we could have that segment in the middle when we go to take a break, and it shows us out in the real world doing something or talking about something there. So
I'm pumped.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I hope the viewers can visionize like what it would be like.
Visionize.
If you're looking at this thing, it's me, Blade, a 19-inch screen with someone on Skype as a guest, and it's just going to be awesome.
I mean, I'm looking forward to having guests again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually, a lot of people have asked to be guests, like other YouTubers. And I'm like, I would love to have you on, but it's just, you know, you had that brilliant idea where they could record their own voice, which we'll probably still do just to get the audio.
I want to do that to make sure that the audio quality is as high as possible, you know?
Right, because it is going on iTunes. The thing is it's going to, how do I say this? It's going to be a lot of effort as far as editing goes. But I'm willing to do it if it's going to make this Bad Kid Cast
better,
even more amazing than what it already is.
Yeah.
So we were actually. It's morning. It's What time is it? It's like
noon.
Well, it's noon.
It's noon,
which is technically morning to any gamer.
Yeah.
But we were planning to do the Bad Kid cast last night, and it didn't happen.
GTA is to blame for the last couple of Bad Kid casts not happening. We need to not do GTA when we do the Bad Kid cast, because it's always like, I come in, I normally bring a drink or something, sit down, hey, what's up, Keem, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just on this GTA. Then we get sucked into GTA for like 6 hours, and then by the time we're ready to do the cast, we're like, come on, dude, let's do it. I'm like, okay, let's go. By the time we're ready to do it, we're like, my brain's fried.
I sat down here last night, and I wanted to do this cast so bad, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. Nope.
Yeah.
I've always been, I hate when doing this YouTube stuff and doing the, whatever you want to call it, entertaining or whatever, I hate when it becomes a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see like Wings or whatever, and I'm sorry that we're some people are like, you're always picking on Wings, but when you're talking,
Wings makes it so goddamn easy though. I don't follow that man, but like if he does something, I find out about it because I tend to follow a lot of people that hate on Wings for whatever reason.
Right.
And honestly, Wings is the reason why my sleep schedule got all fucked up. Because so one morning, here's when I know that I'm like, I need to get my ass to sleep. 2 things, okay?
Yeah.
1, all the porn stars I follow on Twitter start tweeting out their horoscopes. That's like an auto thing that the horoscopes go out early in the morning for porn stars for some reason. And the second thing is that all of the Wings haters start retweeting or mentioning Wings in tweets that I see, and I get to see what kind of nonsense Wings is doing, right? Normally, don't care. And I know we probably...
Well, I was going to make a point about YouTube being a job, and who do I refer to?
Wings.
Yeah, because he always is like, oh, I'm not making enough views, I got to pay this, I got to pay that. He's always complaining, so it's not really... I know there's some hardcore Wings fans.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm a fan of Wings. Like, that dude has entertained me for years.
Yeah.
All right? But a lot of people are like, oh, you're always picking on him. What's your deal with him? It's that dude just applies.
I don't want to talk about him. It's just that he comes with such gold.
Yeah.
He comes with such gold. So I was like, okay, I'm not even going to, like, talk about this, but, like, literally, this had me dying.
Yeah.
So it was like near the first of the month, and Wings puts out a video saying that he's going to be in a porno.
It's just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But my point is, let me finish this up real quick. Mm-hmm. My point is that you see other YouTubers like treating this like a job, and I think when it becomes a job, it's not, you're not producing the product that you set out to produce.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, jobs are horrible. It's like, oh, I gotta fucking do this because, you know, I need to pay bills. Yeah. I've never ever wanted YouTube or, you know, this entertainment thing that we do to be like that.
Here's a fine line though. Like, it is fun to do. YouTube is really fun to do, and the interaction with the fans and all that stuff's really fun to do. But like, there's sometimes when you're not in that mode. Like, imagine if your job, imagine that you're working at this job, right? And they're like, hey, listen, come in whenever you want. Mm-hmm. Most people that hate their job aren't going to come in ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, maybe it might be fun to go to your job every once in a while, kind of thing. So with YouTube, I think that there's times when people are doing YouTube and they do it as a job, they made it their income, and it's cool that they get paid to do something they like doing, but it doesn't mean they like doing it 24 hours a day. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, doing the YouTube thing is fun. It's not necessarily fun 24 hours a day. You know what I mean?
And the thing is like, it gets to a point where it's like, you know what? I don't like Battlefield at all. I hate Battlefield. I've never liked Battlefield, but there's a beta out, and I'm going to force myself to play a game that I don't play. I'm going to be fake T. Martin, super excited. And, oh my god, this is the most amazing fucking Battlefield beta ever, just to get the views. Like, and at that point, you're no longer connecting with your audience, and it just becomes such a sham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I
not
know,
like,
I dig it. I understand what you're saying.
So I never wanted YouTube to be like that. I never wanted to play a game just for views. I wanted to play games because I enjoyed them. You know, I've always wanted to do what I wanted to do. Now, back to the Wings porn thing. I mean, like, I'm sorry. Someone has to tell Wings this, right? Woody's Gamertag and Kyle, right? Those guys are not your friends. Like, someone has to tell them that.
Yeah.
Someone has to tell them that. They got this motherfucker shooting a porno. Like, he uploaded a video, and here's the thing. Here's the thing that gets me every time. I keep on getting confused, right? Is Wings a brilliant motherfucker? Is he a genius?
B.
Or is
The
he
second,
stupid?
the B.
But we don't know.
No, we do know.
Because this motherfucker is a brilliant entertainer by acting like an idiot.
No. I understand your concept. I know where you're going with this, but no. What you're basically saying is that the wing-isms that he comes up with, you think that he is so smart that he's putting on the greatest act of all time of being stupid, but he really is
If
dumb.
he really is that stupid, then he's been blessed by God. Because it's so fucking entertaining.
Yeah.
It's so entertaining. And the other thing is like, I don't understand how he doesn't... Do you know how he's always hurting for money? Mm-hmm. He's always hurting for money, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that fucking podcast on PK, that shit has made a ton of money. He hasn't gotten any of it. Now they got the dude... Now he's like their little fucking retard in the corner, right? They're like, hey, you know, you watch fucking Howard Stern, you know, back in the day. You know, Gary the retard, and they have him out there doing porn and shit, and like getting lap dances.
I was gonna use the Ricky Gervais reference, where Ricky Gervais is basically these two dudes that are normal, and they're talking to a retarded person.
Yeah, it's two normal people exploiting a retarded person. That's the way PK is set up right now.
Yeah.
And see, and I don't know, because I could be completely wrong, right? Maybe Wings is a fucking genius, right? Maybe the whole thing's a fucking act, right? Because you got to think about it this way. He uploads a video talking about he's possibly going to be doing this porn with a gorilla ad on it that gets $20 CPM. $20 for every 1,000 views. So is that a genius marketing move to bring in some dough? Or is it him being a retard and being like, oh, well, this is just my next video, so I'm going to put a gorilla ad on it. You know, I have no intention. I have
Breathe.
I have no foresight. Well, I'm still cold. I still have a cold. I have no foresight to see that this porn video is going to get 200,000 views. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I knew. But at the same time, the one thing that makes me think that he's a retard is, like, when he said that he's not going to do GTA.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, maybe he's not smart. I don't know. What is it? There's something going on with that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I look at it like this. We like watching train wrecks, but we don't necessarily want to watch the whole train wreck. We'll just tune in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to make this episode where here's the thing, because people are going to take little snippets of this thing we're bashing on Wings. We're not bashing on Wings.
We did not even plan to talk about Wings at all, but literally, it's just such a fun topic to talk about.
It's such a great topic. It's
such a great topic to talk about.
Great. And I don't know, like,
it's like one of those people that just, their fucking life is so fucked up that it makes you feel so good about yourself.
Yeah.
I know that sounds mean.
That is mean, but whatever. Like, whatevs.
Oh, so, have you seen the news lately? No, you haven't.
No.
No. You don't know anything that's going on.
I know the government shut down.
Yeah, the government shut down. You know, I had to make a video about that. Nobody understood what was going on. People on Twitter are fucking idiots. People are like, oh, Obama shut the government down, and, basically there's no police. We can go out and commit crimes. Like, they're completely stupid.
Yeah.
They think that we're going to get attacked by North Korea because there's no, military. Like, they don't know what they're talking about.
Like, they pulled the plug on the military or
yeah,
something.
like,
Come on.
when the government shut down, people on Twitter were idiots. Idiots. It was the funniest shit to listen. Fisticuffs wanted to make a whole montage of retarded tweets of people that just don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't really, here's the thing, that's why I don't really I don't really interject opinions on that. There's certain topics I am not qualified to speak on.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to be an expert to have an opinion, but you need to know kind of what the fuck you're talking about. So I'm not going to give opinions on something that I have that's like me telling someone about Minecraft.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the inner workings of Minecraft or whatever.
You don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, so I'm not going to speak on it,
So
more people need to fucking practice that rule. Like, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, shut up.
Yo, I keep on getting tweets that supposedly a woman can orgasm from them kissing.
That's retarded.
No, it's not true. It's bullshit. It's folklore. Anyhow.
Folklore?
Folklore. You know what I'm saying? Folklore. Folklore.
Folklore.
It's early in the morning. Folklore.
I know, and normally I let you slide with some of your saying. Someone needs to make a montage of some of your sayings because they're so brilliant sometimes.
Oh, shuddy.
Dude, I'm serious,
Shuddy.
You say some stuff and you'll say it in the speed of a conversation, and I don't want to be that guy like, whoa, stop what you're saying because you're trying to make a good point, but you'll skip over a word or you make up.
I'm moving too fast. I'm on a different speed than most people. But to break it down real quick, I'm going to do it as simple as I possibly can, just so everyone understands.
Okay.
Right? You got Tea Party Republicans. Mm-hmm. All right? These people were sent there to stop government spending. That's why they were sent there. And another reason why they were sent into office and people voted them in is to stop Obamacare. All right?
Okay.
We have a budget every single year that comes through. The government has to agree that they're going to spend this amount of much money on whatever. Yeah. Every year it goes through, it passes no problem, right? It has to go through the House of Representatives, it has to go through the Senate, and then the president signs on the budget, and it's done. This year, the House of Representatives said, okay, we have changed the budget just a little bit. We have removed all the funding for Obamacare, and they sent it to the Senate. And the Senate's like, what are you doing? Obamacare's law. We need that funded. No. The Senate is filled with Democrats. The House of Representatives is filled with Republicans. They never pass a budget, so the government shuts down.
I might have to dip. I might have to just find a white sand beach somewhere not in America. It'd just be like, deuces.
It's just a battle over Obamacare, and nothing changes. It doesn't affect anybody unless you work for the fucking park or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect anybody. It's what do I say? It's theater. It's political theater.
Yeah.
It's just a big battle. So the government shutdown means fucking nothing. And then this is another thing that happened recently in the news, is this lady, mother with her baby in the back, started driving up to the Capitol, and they were like, yeah, you need to stop or whatever. And so she tried to drive away, and they were chasing her, and she wouldn't stop, so they shot her and killed her.
What a bitch.
Well, I'm just saying, I can't believe they killed her.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be... Here's the thing. There's got to be more...
It's all recorded.
Okay. Well, never mind then.
There's a whole video of it.
Did you see... Okay, have you seen this video of the dude in the Range Rover and all the motorcycles?
Yeah, I seen that one.
Okay. So when I first heard about this, this is my initial thought, okay? Was there was a dude in the Range Rover, and there was a bunch of bikers, and the dude was like an asshole, and he fucked with the bikers, and the bikers fucked back. And I thought it was going to be this story about how, that's awesome that a dude picked on someone, but then he got picked on more back at him or whatever.
Right.
But then when I actually saw the footage, I was like, that's fucked up. And the dude had a kid and his wife in the car.
Yeah.
So I would have done exactly the same thing.
So apparently from the video, if you haven't seen the video yet, you're living underneath a rock because it's been playing on CNN like around the clock and it's all over the web. It's on Reddit. It's everywhere, right? So
Do a quick breakdown.
here's a breakdown of what happens. There is a Land Rover driving around in New York City, all right? And then there's a bunch of bikers known as the Hollywood Stunt Group or whatever. It's not
Literally like 100 bikers. And it's not like Harleys. It's like
crotch rockets,
Yeah.
Kawasaki's and stuff. And it's not they're not really necessarily a gang. They're more just like a club,
crew.
like a group,
Yeah.
a group or whatever. It's not a gang. But anyhow, they're driving this Land Rover, and all of a sudden, all these bikes come up. Right, one of the bikes tries to stop the Land Rover.
do like a brake check.
Yeah. And I'm thinking just by looking at it, right? I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, and this is what I'm thinking happened. There's no facts to base this. This is just my opinion, but I think the bikes were trying to push the Land Rover out of there so they can all ride together.
Okay.
That's what I think was going on.
Okay.
So a bike gets in front of the Land Rover and starts slowing down to stop the Land Rover. But the Land Rover must have been distracted or whatever. He ends up hitting one of the bikes. So they stop.
And not like super violently, like just like a tap.
He just bumped into him, and just the way it happens with his bike going down, the biker that tried to slow down, his leg got broken.
Okay.
All right. So they stop at that point. All right. Then what the bikers do is they're like, "You fucking hit one of our friends?"
Yeah.
And they go up and start slashing the Land Rover's tires and start fucking him up, right? So Land Rover it's a guy, he's an Asian guy, he has his Asian wife and his Asian kid in the background who's only like 2 years old. They're like, "We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
These people are attacking us." So they ran over a couple bikers and just took off.
Yeah.
All right. So they run over a couple bikers, and then they
Pause.
stopped again.
Pause for a second.
What?
So I just want the viewers to put yourself in your shoes. Imagine you just hit a biker, and now there's literally 100 bikers that all turn and look at you and are kind of not swarming you, but kind of engulfing you a little bit.
Yeah.
What would you do with your wife and kid in the car?
So anyhow, the Land Rover tries to like get away, right? And he can't get away because these guys have crotch rockets. They're fast as hell, right? He pulls up and tries to slow down because his wife's on the phone with police, like, "Oh my God, all these bikers are after me."
Yeah.
As he slows down again, they try to pull him out of the car, and he takes off, like knocking a dude and making him fall over. So the guy goes on the freeway. There we go. He goes on the freeway and he pulls off and he gets stuck in traffic, and that's when all hell breaks loose. The bikes get up to him. One dude takes off his helmet and he bashes in the window, pulls the father out of the Land Rover, and the video stops there. But apparently there's more to the video, and the person that recorded the video, they went to his house and confiscated it. So there's more to that video. We just haven't seen it.
Oh.
So they pulled him out. He got a bunch of cuts, stitches, and they beat the crap out of him. They didn't harm the wife or the child,
They're not monsters.
but they beat the crap out of him. So now here is the aftermath of this, all right? The biker that ran over and broke his leg that tried to slow down the guy has a broken leg. One biker that tried to help the first biker with a broken leg, when he got ran over, when he split off, he's like almost dead. He's in a coma. All his ribs are broken. He's almost dead. So one biker's almost dead. One biker has a broken leg. And there's a few other bikers that got injured and that have injuries. Okay.
I understand.
The guy in the Land Rover got pulled out of his Land Rover. He's beat the fuck up too.
Yeah.
All right. So those are the injuries. That's the situation. Who is at fault?
The bikers.
I don't know.
Bikers.
I don't know.
It's the bikers. The
Imagine
bikers
this.
are at fault.
I don't think so. I think the bikers were at fault when they were like slashing his tires and like trying to
Brake check them and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, this guy ran over a one biker who was trying to help the first guy that had a broken leg.
Yeah, because he was in fear of his life.
I'm in fear of my life, so I'm just going to run over a guy.
Yeah.
But what about that guy? That guy didn't do shit. He's an innocent victim, too. That biker is an innocent victim, too.
Oh, well. Well, here's the thing. I don't have a wife. I don't have a kid. But if I do have a wife and kid, and it comes down to a situation where Random dude I don't know, or my wife and kid safety. Wife and kid safety wins.
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is random dude is innocent as well. Put yourself in his shoes. You got to put yourself in his shoes, right? He sees one of his bikers dudes, falls down, breaks his leg. He goes to try to help him, and then this fucking SUV runs him over and practically kills him.
I'll send him a sorry note. I
don't know. I don't know.
What do you the guy that got beat up and almost killed by a gang of bikers? He's supposed to feel sorry for
what I'm
because
saying
of
is,
when he was trying to get away, he accidentally hurt someone.
What I'm saying is both parties are guilty here. There's no right or wrong answer. Both parties are guilty.
The guy in the truck is more justifiable than the bikers. That's my take on it.
We're going to be right back after this.
I'm right.
What do you think, guys? Let us know in the comments below. Oh, and we're going to read every single review on iTunes from now on. I just wanted to let people know that. So,
actually, we got to talk.
we'll
go to break.
We'll go to break.
Yeah,
we'll be back.
I'm right.
And we are back. GTA.
Yeah.
Have you seen, like, the views that my streams have been? It's insane.
Yeah. Well, I'm pumped because now I'm about to be on that because I love GTA Online and it finally fucking works for me. You don't know how frustrating. Okay, that intro scene, anybody that's been dealing with trying to get onto GTA, they put out a patch this morning and it fixed it. But, like, there was this issue where you would make your character, you would watch this long cutscene, which is like a montage of all the stupid shit you can do in the game.
Right.
And then you on an airplane, and then Lamar picking you up, and Lamar driving, and you have to listen to that stupid ghetto song. And then finally you get there, and it's like, you get in this car to do this race. Well, as soon as you get to the car and do the race, it fucking just freezes. Every single time. And then when you try to restart, it says your file's corrupted.
Okay, so this is what I had to do. This is how I got through it, right? The minute it came out, I kept doing it over and over again. Over and over again.
How many times did you watch that opening sequence?
4 or 5 times.
Okay.
It deleted my character. Then I got my character, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to turn this thing off until I do every mission I could possibly do. All right? So I ranked up to level 10. I played for like maybe 8 hours straight. Right?
Okay.
Ranked up to level 10, and then I went back to the normal game, right? So it saved, right? And I woke up the next day, went on, and it was all there. It was all there. And so everyone was dealing with this glitch, right? Everyone was going through this shit. The thing is, right, what people don't understand, they're like, oh, you're so lucky you got to play on... No, I sat there for 5 hours before I could even play. The thing that you're talking about, I kept doing over and over again until it worked, and then I didn't get off until I was way past the thing that was glitching.
You know what was shitty? So it finally did work for me at one point. And then I played a couple missions, and then I tried to join someone else's game. Like, they invited me. I'm like, okay, I'll come. And then it didn't do it, and then it froze, and then I came on, and it said it's corrupted, and I was like, fuck the world. Like, dude, so pissed off. But they put out a patch, and it worked flawlessly.
So the thing about Grand Theft Auto Online is I think we've just, like, scratched the surface on what's available.
Yeah. Because
you can go in free roam, you can do all these separate missions, then there's, like, all these other missions. There's just so much shit that you can do. Yeah. It's not like your normal online game on Call of Duty where you have a bunch of different fucking classes, or excuse me, not classes, but what am I looking for?
Game types.
Game types. It's like just such a wide variety of things you can do.
Dude, I'm trying to figure out what this thing is because I gotta show you this. This is the thing I played this morning and it was fucking amazing. It's a thing where there's a briefcase.
Okay.
And you need to get the briefcase, not have cops on you, and return it. Okay?
Yeah.
And so it's like in the middle of the city, and the two teams face off against each other. And honestly, I think it was like 16 guys a team. Like, it was crazy. Because when I got in there, I got into a car with like 4 other dudes, or 3 other dudes. And we like rushed there, and then like, just to get the briefcase, but because everyone's like smashing into each other, you get wanted levels.
Right.
And because you get wanted levels, now you got like a million cops on you. So you got a million cops, all these people trying to go after this one briefcase, and it's like Smear the Queer, and it's crazy. It's awesome.
So how long does it play for?
The thing that I played, it went on for a good 5 to 10 minutes.
One thing that once you start playing a lot of online a lot of GTA Online, the one thing that starts to get to you after you've played a lot, right? At the beginning, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But once you play for a while, it really starts annoying you, is the cops.
Yeah.
Because when you first start playing, it's like, oh my god, you and your buddies, you just robbed the store, and the cops are after you, and you're trying to get away. This is so exciting. And then you start, like, focusing on, like, all right, I want to get X amount of dollars, or I want to unlock this gun, or I want to do this, or I'm trying to steal this plane.
Yeah.
And the cops become, like, a nuisance.
Yeah.
It's like, I was playing online last night, and, like, my friends would have a wanted level. I'd get in their car and be like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you tell me you have a wanted level? Like, I'm trying to do something. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, this is supposed to be awesome, you know? It's supposed to be running away, but it turns into a pest.
Yeah, the cops are, and what I think is really annoying is that if you steal a car, the car would be reported stolen, and so if the cops see you...
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not even doing anything, the cops see me and they're like, whoop, whoop, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's free roam. That's the one thing I think they should turn off in free roam. It's so easy to get a wanted level. It's too easy. The other thing that I don't like... about GTA Online is that, and by the way, we're picking at things right now. GTA Online is awesome.
Yeah.
So I don't want anyone in the comments like, fuck you, Keemstar, GTA 5 is awesome. I know it's awesome. I'm gonna keep on playing it because it's awesome. But there's just little things that I wish that they would fix.
Yeah, you don't put out 3 2-hour streams a day of something that you don't like.
Yeah, but you know how, like, have you ever seen a video where, like, somebody's complaining about some little aspect of the game and people are leaving comments and they're like, well, fuck you, then don't play it then. Like,
yeah.
That's not it at all.
Oh, this fucking assholes on Twitter, I was having issues with it. They're like, well, why don't you just play it on PS3? I'm like, because I'm not going to buy the game twice.
Right.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And that's not a dig at the PS3 or anything. It's just I'm not going to buy a game twice. I'm sorry.
So here's the thing that was fucking me up, right? You're in a roam. You're in a fucking server, whatever you want to call it, right? With you and your friends, all right? You're talking to people in there, and then you go to join a race, all right? Let's say you go to join a race. Now, the people that are in your server can join the race with you or not. It doesn't matter. Or you can match up to other people. Or you can play by yourself. You have all these different options of what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So you go do a race to try to get some XP. When you leave that race, it throws you into a random lobby. It throws you into a random server instead of putting you in the server that you just came from.
That's weird.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That's the one thing that I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Now I got to go to story mode, which takes about fucking 3 minutes. Then I got to go back and get my friend to invite me back to the lobby that I was in.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like.
Also, I think that the whole voice chat in the game, it should be dependent on if you're close to the people.
Yeah.
Like, if someone's talking and they're on Mount Chiliad and I'm in the city, I don't care to hear what they're saying. You know what I mean?
Something has changed with me personally recently. And it's...
Going deep with Keemstar.
And it's kind of scary.
How is it scary?
Because I started gaming, like in 2000. You got to understand, like, when I was a kid, I gamed a lot. But between the ages of, like, 18 and, like, 25, I wasn't gaming at all.
Yeah.
Right? I got back into gaming when I was, like, 26, 27 years old in 2007. And I was playing Halo. And
Me too. That's crazy.
And I was playing... Well, that's because when you're between the ages of, like, 18 and, like, 25, 26... You're not gaming. Like, you're out fucking bitches. That's what you do. Like, there's no other way to put it. You're out partying. You're getting drunk. You're fucking getting high.
I started gaming so I would get drunk less.
Anyhow, so I started gaming like an hour a day, 2 hours a day at most, right? Mm-hmm. And now... Once I started playing Rust, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fuck, I've gamed for like 10 hours. This is crazy. And now that GTA 5 is online, I'm gaming for such a long time, and I got ADD, right? I got extreme ADHD or whatever the fuck. Like, I am moving really super fast, and I don't like to do the same activity for long periods of time, and I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary because I do so much outside of my house. I don't just sit and game a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
All day, and that's what I've been doing with GTA. So I'm like, whoa!
Here's the thing. Like,
I'm already at rank 42. I got like millions in the bank.
I was thinking about this, bro. Why do we rush through ranking up fast in a game? Why don't you just enjoy it?
This is why. We are not the average gamers, right? We are entertainers, all right? And we have an audience, right? And the reason why we want to rank up so fast is because we want to show the normal people what to look forward to. All right? And we want to be the one to show them that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have a higher level and expectation to perform better than the average person. So I think that's it. We want to upload videos saying, hey, look, I got this plane that cost $1 million, and people are like, how the fuck did you get $1 million? You know?
Yeah.
We want to do that. We want to provide that service for our fans, and I think that's the main reason. Now, why kids do that, I don't know. Maybe they want bragging rights. Maybe they just want to go around and be like, yeah,
I mean,
prestige.
when Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was out, I did the 100% completion, and there was times when I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
I think it actually gives you a reason to play. It's almost like, I want to play this game, but I want to have a purpose for playing this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, when I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, this was before they had multiplayer, once I got 100% completion, I was like, now what?
You know what would be a brilliant business model, right? If they did, like, some type of thing where once you complete the game, let's say GTA, once you get 100%, you get like a mail-in rebate for $20.
Why would they do that?
I would do that because it would be awesome. It would be
now. Now, how about this? Instead of that, what if you got 100%? You had an amazing power. Like in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, if you got 100% completion, your health and armor double, and your vehicles take twice as much damage.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Yeah, like how awesome would that be if GTA Online multiplayer, once you got to rank 100 or whatever, and then you did like every activity.
Right.
Like there was like a checklist of every activity that you had to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking just everything. What if once you got that, then you get like special powers or you get something that's worthwhile, but it takes you forever to get to it?
I think it would be just cooler to give like the people, I don't know,
money.
Yeah. Yeah, because people would be so like, dude, I can't wait to play this. I can't wait to get 100%. I don't know, just the thought. But the other thing that I was thinking about was it's so strange. It's so strange that the way that they did it, right? They released the game and then they released online like what was it, 3 weeks later?
Yeah.
All right? And most of us have looked at that and they're like, well, why don't they release online immediately? Okay, now think about it. Would you ever have played any of the campaign?
No.
I wouldn't have played any of the campaign. I would have went right in, did story mode, and just did that. You got to understand that Rockstar worked on this game for 6 years.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, look, we put so much time into this campaign. Let's force these people to play the campaign.
Yeah.
Which is good. I think it worked out well. I mean, obviously it didn't work out that well because the fucking online was fucked up, but...
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. Like, a lot of times people complain about stuff like that. It's like, well, they fixed it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I do think it's annoying. Okay, do you remember the patches that they used to have for Nintendo? Like, Nintendo NES?
Yeah.
No, you don't, because they didn't have any. Because they made a game and it worked, and it just went out. Like, there was no updates for Mario.
I have to admit, I wasn't listening to you when you asked that question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was like a hypothetical, rhetorical question. I'm just saying, when Duck Hunt came out, they made sure that it was like a good product. because they didn't have any concept of this idea that you could do like hot fixes. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, to me at least with like online games, especially with online games, okay, I feel that they release it because they have deadlines and they have to get it out by a certain date or whatever, and then they're like, they allow the people to play it, like not the nerds, but the people that are hardcore about it. They're gonna play it regardless. So we're like the beta testers for them.
Yeah.
When Call of Duty comes out, when Call of Duty comes out, the first month of it is basically, and all we do is play it and complain, like, why didn't you fix this? Why is it like this? Why is it like that? And then they tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like we're beta testers.
There's no way that COD Ghost or any other game is going to outsell GTA this year.
No.
GTA 5 is going to be the highest sold game.
No, absolutely. And this isn't a dig at Ghost or whatever, but Call of Duty comes out every year, okay?
I got I got into a little bit of a battle with people on Twitter. They were asking me, why don't I play Battlefield Beta? And I was like, that game looks shitty.
I like it.
It looks like it's 2011. Battlefield guns never worked right. They never feel right. It's like COD feels right.
COD feels smoother or whatever, but
Battlefield
Battlefield definitely has an audience, bro. Battlefield definitely has a core fan base.
I don't get it. You're like running around the map and there's like all these neon fucking things coming up. It's like something's not right. It doesn't feel right.
It's kind of like the people that it's kind of like people in COD when they play hardcore. I don't understand people that play hardcore, but I know that there is a hardcore audience. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about like hardcore fans. I'm talking about the actual game mode hardcore. You know?
To me, it doesn't feel right whatsoever. And the only cool thing there was
it just feels different for me. That's all.
Only cool thing there was to do in Battlefield is to get in a jet and fly. But now that Grand Theft Auto 5 has a jet, like, you have no purpose.
Yeah. To each their own, dude. That's how I look at it. Like, I play Battlefield, and it definitely has a different feel than COD. It's not COD. It's definitely not COD.
Is it strange that, like, Grand Theft Auto 4, like, people, I guess, liked it, but, like, it came out before the big boom of YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So is it surprising when GTA 5 comes out that it's like this monster thing that everybody like loves, like,
because they did it right?
It's still surprising to me because there was no real big GTA presence on YouTube prior to that.
Well, that's because San Andreas was too early. And GTA 4 was not good. I'm sorry. GTA 4 was kind of crap.
I didn't play it.
It was crap. And I'm a GTA fucking fan. I love Vice City. San Andreas is one of my all-time favorite games. GTA 4 was disappointing. It just was.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy about that? Is that to me, that GTA 4 to me was an indicator of my pre-YouTube gaming experience, okay? When I got Modern Warfare 3... I played it, and I was like, this game sucks, but I kept on playing it because of YouTube, okay?
Right.
But I never had that feeling. Like, when I got GTA 4, I played it, I was like, I don't like this. I'm going to not play it. And I just didn't play it. I didn't think, I have to play this for several years. You know what I mean?
Right.
So...
That's the thing. Like, I don't understand why you guys do that.
Do
like,
what?
Well, I mean, if I were you, right, if I was in your shoes, this is how I do YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. I'd get on, I'd start playing Modern Warfare 3, and I'd be like, this game sucks, and then I'd put in fucking Black Ops 1 or a different game.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
I don't get that. I don't know why people do that. Like, you're not having fun.
It's kind of a dead issue now. It's moved away from that. But basically, if you're a COD channel, typically the way it works is that you play the current Call of Duty. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's just how it is.
I don't see that anymore. There's no more Call of Duty channels, really. You're the only Call of Duty channel there is. And even now, with you playing GTA 5 and stuff, you're not really a Call of Duty channel. Call of Duty channels don't exist, at least big ones, because those people are playing different games.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're starting to play different games.
The only one I can think of is, like, maybe Thunder. He's probably the biggest Call of Duty channel. That's all he uploads is Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
Did he upload any GTA 5?
A couple clips, but nothing too drastic. I mean, okay, what about T Martin? T Martin's a million sub channel, uploads Call of Duty.
But
KYR Speedy is a fucking monster channel and uploads Call of Duty.
He uploads Call of Duty, but he doesn't just upload Call of Duty.
Yeah, I think the only uploading Call of Duty channels, there's no such thing anymore. There's a primarily Call of Duty channel. I'm a primarily Call of Duty channel. Wings is a primarily Call of Duty channel.
No, but back in the day, right? Back in like 2009, 2010, we had Halo 3 channel. That was it. There was no other game that went up on the channel. There was no other games that went up on Hutch's channel. It was fucking
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Same thing with
Call
Wings,
of Duty got oversaturated. Honestly, Call of Duty got oversaturated, and then once people that play Call of Duty realized what goes into a gameplay, the magic wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, people, even though my shit's, like, unique with the knife only, people don't give a fuck about the gameplay. They care about it when it's new, but after that, then you have to deal with the personality of the person.
It's weird that we've seen... it's weird that we've seen channels based around a certain game, and then it changes. One channel that I can think of that has over 2 million subscribers that has nothing but COD on it is probably FaZe Clan.
Mm-hmm.
So give a lot of shit to those guys, but look, they ain't uploading Minecraft, they ain't uploading anything else but COD.
Well, Optic's a COD primarily channel.
They've been fucking around with Minecraft.
Yeah,
stuff like that,
but the actual Optic Nation channel is Call of Duty. Now, members of Optic on their own channels might do some other shit.
Did you see that video from Hex where he fired everybody?
He dismantled temporarily the sniper team, didn't he?
He got rid of all the Optic YouTubers. He was like, look, you know, there's a guy like Optic K, like I don't even, when I met him in real life, I was talking to him like he was a stranger. Like he was like, there were all these people in the group that I didn't really know. He's like, I'm keeping Predator because I've known him forever. I'm keeping Optic Midnight. I'm keeping Jewel. And he said, like, maybe a couple other people.
Like Nate Shot and the guys in the house and stuff like that.
Well, he considers them competitive.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about the YouTube. Basically, this is what Hex said. And I thought it was brilliant. Because I've been in Hex shoes. When I was doing Thrust, right? I was talking to my guys. I'm like, I'm sick of the montages. You guys have to do, like, commentaries. You got to relate to your fans. You got to do something different. You got to do maybe a machinima type of fucking montage where you add some storyline into it. You got to do something different. This is the same repetitive montage. And I know you've taken 10 hours to put it into this montage, but we have 50,000 subscribers and you're getting 2,000 views. Like, stop doing that. Do something different.
Yeah.
So that's where Hex was coming from. All right, I got a bunch of shit from it by forcing everyone to do knifing, right? Hex took a different approach. He was like, yeah, I'm just getting rid of, like, the whole sniping crew. Like, I went to them, I talked to them, I said, look, I want you to start doing commentaries, and it's been months, nobody's changed, nobody's done this, you guys keep on making the same montages, and that's not how I envisioned this to go. So he just got rid of them.
Yeah.
And there was no real controversy. I was surprised. I thought people were going to freak the fuck out. And then Syndicate... like, I don't know if Syndicate joined Optic.
No, I doubt it.
But he, like, started a new Twitter that's, like, Optic Syndicate or some shit and started promoting it and telling people to sub to it. I don't know what the deal is.
That's probably just him.
Oh, no. I got to correct myself. I text Hex and he said that it was just a joke or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck. My brain is not working today.
Well, whatever. I mean, you know what's can I talk about this, dude? It's so frustrating. And you, of all people, it really blew my mind. So, I was up, and I had this concept for a video. Right? And it took me a long time to edit this video.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to actually get footage for this video. What I did is I took a news story. Actually, the first news story I was going to use, I sent it to you, and I told you the idea, and you're like, this is fucking awesome.
It was a brilliant idea.
Okay. But then I ended up using a different news story. And what I did is, in the news story, as the reporter was saying what happened, at 10:15 they did this. I went and did that actual stuff in the game.
And Grand Theft Auto. So let me give you a better, for the viewers so they understand this, right? Blade took a news clip of a guy that went on a knifing spree in real life and started stabbing people in real life. What he did is he took the news thing and he replaced all the footage with Grand Theft Auto footage with a guy in Grand Theft Auto knifing people, right? Brilliant.
And I matched it up to the time and to what he actually did. Like at one.
So now basically telling you guys that sounds awesome, right? It sounds great. Like when he was telling me, I'm like, that's a brilliant idea. I thought right away, like, I would do that, but I would do like chases, like, you know what I mean? Like, so anyhow.
Oh my god! Okay, tell me to come back to this. I will talk about this.
We'll come back to it, right?
Okay.
So Blade uploads the video, and I watch it, and I'm like, this is not like what you did as far as the editing was good, but the story was so fucking sad.
Yeah.
The news story of people getting murdered, and like you're like, it almost looks like a mockery of that. You know?
Because what happened is the dude like was he was probably on drugs, and it starts off with him stabbing his stepfather. And then him going to this girl that he wanted to date and killing his mom and killing so it's kind of a fucked up, sad story.
Like, the whole concept is brilliant, but there's real people behind it, and I think the viewers are like, oh, this is kind of not... This is a mockery of that.
We will be right back. I gotta tell you about this.
And we are back. Now, before we left, you were like, wait. I want to talk about something I want to do. Are we going to talk about what we're going to do?
Sure. All right, so same concept of the news thing. But what I think would be more entertaining and obviously less sad and fucked up would be, World's Deadliest Police Chases?
Yeah.
The dude from America's Most Wanted or whatever.
Now, here's the thing. Can you take that audio and, like, put ads on it? Like, how does that work? Because you're, like, adding to it or something, I think
it's something along the lines of the Fair Use Act. You know what I mean? I'm not just taking the video and re-uploading it. I'm literally using that. It's kind of the same idea when people make machinimas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you are using something that's copyrighted, but it's in a fair use. So,
right.
So that's what that's all about. So my concept is the dude from America's Most Wanted or whatever, when he narrates the police chases or whatever, to take the audio from that and recreate one of those police chases and try to like hit everything that they're talking about. Like, the ones where like a dude steals a fucking tanker truck.
Yeah. And,
they're driving along and the police ram them and stuff like that.
Well, the thing is like, in Halo 3, it was like the 9/11 10th anniversary or something like that in 2011 or something. And we went and we took... and we built like towers, and we flew like a plane, a Banshee, into the towers, and we said, remembrance on 9/11, and it got so much hate.
Yeah, of course.
It got so much hate, and we're like, see, the thing is like my mindset was like, I want people to not forget about 9/11. It was a tragic thing. People lost their life. How can I play homage? I can recreate this horrible situation that happened, and that's basically what happened. On your channel is the same thing. Like,
yeah, when I first hit refresh and it had like 12 views and it had 3 dislikes, I'm like, am I getting dislike botted or something? Like, honestly, I was surprised at the hate. I was honestly surprised. Like, what the fuck is going on?
But if you do if you do a chase where like nobody gets injured and they just apprehend the suspect or whatever, then no harm, no foul. It's still going to be entertaining.
Yeah. That's the concept I wanted to do, but sometimes you try different things in your channel, you experiment, and if you fail, you fail. Whatever, you move on and try something else.
Well, let's go do that. Let's go record that. I think that's gonna be awesome. It's been a great episode, guys. I would say shout out to our sponsors, but I don't think we have sponsors for this episode. So just make sure you're following both of us on Twitter. We're really, really passionate about doing this studio. If you're a company or...
if you know a company or...
Yeah, whatever. We want someone to come in and help us put this studio together. Get in contact with us. Our Twitter information is in the description. And, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching the BadKidCast. I'm Killer Keemstar.
Only as we blade.
Kazam.
Peace, buggers.
Oh, one more thing is if you leave comments on the
iTunes.
Leave comments. We're gonna read those comments that are on the iTunes. You know, like
I think for the next episode, we're actually going to take a little. We talked about this off camera or whatever. We're actually going to take the interesting comments and read some of them and respond to them on the next episode.
Yeah. So if you want your question or your comment to be read, go onto iTunes, onto the podcast app, and there's a spot where you can say like review or whatever, and just leave a comment there of a review of the Bad Kid Cast on iTunes, and we will respond to that in the next Bad Kid Cast, and hopefully we get this studio up and running within the next 2 weeks. I'm excited, super excited. Team Martin, super excited.
Bam.
Kazam.